Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Rocky here, and today I'm going to show you how you can use the tax calculator tool on the Finnish tax website to calculate your tax percentage for a given level of income. Now, say for example that you've received a job offer from a Finnish company and you're wondering how much tax you will be paying. Now, maybe you've heard that taxes in Finland can be relatively high. And if you are wondering how you can find this exact percentage or this exact amount, I'm going to show you how you can use this tax calculator tool to do exactly that, right? So let's jump in. So first, you can go to the tax website and you'll probably land somewhere here. Now, if everything is in Finnish, you can change the language if you do not understand Finnish to English. And then you can click on individuals, and under individuals you can go to tax card and tax return and then press on your tax card. Now maybe in a future video I'll also show you how you can create your tax card from the same website, but in this one let's just show you how to use this simple and really cool tool called the tax percentage calculator. So the tax percentage calculator is here. You can click this and then it takes you here. Now on this landing page, there's also some introductory information about how the tax percentage calculator works and what you can do with it, which you can read in your free time. But for now, let's just dive in. So there are a few stages, right? The background where you'll have to enter some personal information. Then you add your income details. And in the third stage, you have your deductions. And finally, you get the calculation result, which will show you your actual tax percentage. So let's say the tax year is 2023, you're filling this for 2023. And the municipality of domicile, so this is where, let's say, you are going to live in Finland if the job is going to be in Helsinki or some other city, maybe Tampere, maybe Turku, wherever, right? So this is kind of important because I think there is a slight difference in the tax percentages in the different municipalities. So let's say, for example, that I'm going to fill this as Helsinki and the parish. So if you belong to any of these churches, you can select them because I think there is a small tax percentage charged by the church that you belong to as well. But in my case, I'm going to leave this as a civil register. And if you do not belong to any of the churches, you can also just fill yourself as a civil register. And you are required to input your year of birth. I don't know exactly why, but let's just say I input something like 1990, and then few more personal details like do you have a spouse, number of underage children, are you insured somewhere else than in Finland. And I'm going to leave all of these things. I'm not going to change these things for the moment. And then I come to the important section, the income. Now here, of course, because this is a calculator, you can input different types of income, lots of sources of income, not just your salary income, right? So if you own shares in the stock market, or if you own private shares in companies, and if you have other sources of income, you can define all of that. But for the sake of simplicity, assuming that this is your first job and your only income in Finland is going to be the income from your full-time employment, you need to only fill this first section, right? Which is the earned income and withholdings. Cool thing about this website, I really like the website. It has improved greatly over the last few years. You can read a lot. There's a lot of information about what these different types of incomes are and whether they apply to you. But most likely, if this is your first job in Finland, they won't. So let's just go into the first section and fill this, right? So pay and fringe benefits, estimate for the entire year. Now, another thing is, so you need to fill this for the entire year, right? And your tax percentage will be based on how much income you make throughout the entire year. Now, let's say it's already July, and if you're starting your job in August, you need to calculate how much money you will be getting for the rest of the year, right? Now, if you're doing this in January, then you have to calculate this from January to December, right? Now, if I actually do this from August, let's say it's going to be a relatively smaller number and the tax percentage might not be very realistic. So let's say I want to calculate how much tax I'm going to pay for the entire year. So let's take an example salary. Let's say you get a salary of close to 4,500 euros. Now your salary ranges can vary. This is not a video about salary. This is just for the sake of example. I'm going to use this number. So if it's going to be 4,500, you can calculate. So 4,500 times 12, how much that is going to be. So that's going to be around, so 4,800 plus maybe 56. Am I correct? 5,400, 54,000, right? So yeah. So let's say that is your estimated income for the entire year. And this is January. Let's say this is January and you have not received any income so far. You have not even come here to Finland. You just want to know what your tax percentage is. So withholdings is what it means is that you have not paid any taxes yet, right? And so, like I said, you can leave all of these other sources of income blank and you can move on to the next section. That is everything you need to do if you want to find out your tax percentage just for a single income, full-time employment, right? And under deductions, so deductions are things or expenses that are exempt from taxes. For example, let's say your trade union membership fees, and if you have high commuting expenses, or if you've even sometimes, bought things, let's say tools that are needed for your work, you can sometimes add these as exemptions and tax deductions. And in other cases, if you own a home and you've done some home improvements, you can also add these as deductions. So there's a lot of things that you can add as deductions. But again, just to keep this simple, I'm only going to fill in a couple of them, which is, let's say, the trade union membership fee. Now, if you actually end up coming to Finland, I really recommend you to be a part of a trade union for your field or industry. And let's say you're paying around 250 euros a year for that membership. And commuting expenses, so if it's more than 750 euros for the whole year, you can add this. Now, maybe you don't know this yet, so let's just keep that blank. You can always change this later, right? And other expenses for the production of wage income, employment pension contributions, you can leave all of these things blank, right? If you want to learn more, you can always click on one of these green buttons and it's going to give you more information, but you can safely leave all of those blank. And then you click next and you get your calculation result, right? Now and on this page, you can see a clear breakdown of your income, what the taxes are going to be, what all of the numbers are there, right? The tax percentage. And you can see a breakdown of the taxes, right? The state taxation and municipal taxation, how much you paid in trade union membership fees. These are the deductions, right? And credits from taxes and charges, and also municipality of taxation. So the municipal tax, how much the municipal tax is, healthcare contribution, and all of these things. So what you need to concentrate, I would say, if you don't understand all of these things, that's completely fine. What you need to understand is what is here at the bottom of this page, right? These two numbers, right? These two numbers are the most important for you if this is your first time doing taxes in Finland, right? So this tax rate is your basic or ground tax rate, right? Ground percentage. So what this means is that this is the amount, the percentage that will be used when calculating how much taxes you pay. Now, however, in addition to the tax rate, you're also going to be charged 7.15 for a pension insurance contribution and 1.5% for an unemployment insurance contribution, right? Which adds up to 8.65. So if you want to know how much of your gross salary you are going to take home after paying taxes and for unemployment and pension insurance, you need to add this. So in this case, this is going to give you somewhere close to, I would say, 30%, right? So 30% of your salary you will be paying in taxes and for unemployment and pension insurances, right? And the next most important thing is what is additional withholding rate. So this number is really important as well. So what this means is that if you filled in your income level accurately and you've made, so this is your higher ceiling. If you made less than 54,000 for the entire year, less than or equal to this number for the entire year, you're not going to be in any trouble. You're going to be charged this percentage plus 8.65 for your unemployment insurance and pension insurance, right? So 30%, like we said, close to 30%. But however, if you have somehow made an error while reporting your income and you've actually, so if you've underreported your income and you've actually made more than this, let's say for some reason you've made 60,000, right? If you made 60,000 euros when you have only estimated it to be 54,000, so that excess 6,000 is going to be charged at 39%. This is a penalization for underreporting your income. So to avoid this, what I would recommend, or what is usually a rule of thumb, is that it's generally safe to over-report your income. If you're not so sure, it's okay. So let's say you're not really sure if this is going to be more than this, it's safe to estimate it a little higher, because if you end up paying more taxes, you're eventually going to get it in tax returns the next year. But if you underreport it in some due to some reason, you are going to be penalized at this higher rate. So I really advise you to keep this in mind, right? And I think that's about it. So you can change the numbers up a little bit and calculate for yourself. Remember the name of the tool. It's called the tax calculator on the Vero website, right? You can go back here to Vero and you can play around with this tool. So I hope you guys like the video and learn how you can understand what your tax percentage is for a given level of income. So by the way, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and also subscribe for more informative and useful videos like this. I'll catch you guys on another video. Thank you.